Hello, welcome to the C List. I'm Aaron.
And I'm Josh.
And today we're going to look at Martyrs. It's a good film. Really.
Martyrs is bloody brilliant.
Literally.
Hey! I love it.
But yeah, absolutely brilliant. We were going to do this as a follow-up review to Switchblade, but the camera mucked up. So the one we did do got lost, so we've decided we're going to do it again. What's that shadow from? But yeah, it's
from Muppet.
But yeah, it's a great film. I just love the fact that you never quite know what's happening next.
Yeah, with Martyrs you get this really bizarre thing where it's like 8 different stories. Okay, actually that's about 6 or 5.
Every 20 minutes.
Yeah, it's about 6 or 5 different stories, and they play out in full, and then it ends, and just go straight into the next one, and it's literally completely random different stuff. It's brilliant, ranging from revenge, torture, there's a whole section about saving things.
You just never quite know what's going to happen next. It's great because of that. You watch the first 20 minutes, you think you really know where it's going, and it's not. It's brilliantly well directed.
Yeah, the director's only actually done one other film. It's called Saint Ange. If you can find it, it's French and around from somewhere. Yeah, I'm a bit of a voice. If you're gonna get into French bloody as hell movies, might I recommend watching Switchblade and Frontiers first, because they're not as good as Martyrs.
I didn't watch Frontiers. I watched Switchblade, didn't like Switchblade particularly.
Why do you not like Switchblade?
Well, I like Switchblade, but as I don't like the ending. The ending, it annoyed me. The twist ending annoyed me greatly. This one has an ending which I really like. I don't know how I feel about the ending in terms of happy or sad. But no, I think it's really good. The thing is, I think all the violence in it is justified, whereas in Switchblade it wasn't.
I think the masturbating was, though.
Masturbation is always good.
None of it in Martyrs, though. Not enough time. There's too many plot points going on.
But yeah, rough summary. Apologise for spoilers. I'll try and shout spoiler before I spoil things.
Spoiler!
Okay, you just spoiled the whole thing. No, it essentially starts with a girl running from someone, we don't know who. Her later, when she's grown up.
It's going to be vague.
Then she goes and sees some people with a friend. And then...
Her friend's not there.
And then her friend turns up. And then they sort of do some things. And then one of them, something happens to. Spoiler! Should have said that before, but yeah. And then, spoiler! The other one sort of gets in trouble. End spoiler! And then the film goes on for a little bit, a couple 10 minutes. A couple of 10 minutes, 20 minutes, and then it just gets better.
That technically is a couple of 20 minutes, because it's like a pairing. It's like a marriage.
But yeah, it's good. The fact that I can't describe it without spoiling it is always quite a good little sign. Mainly because I don't generally explain films because I'm not very good at it, but yeah.
It's like if you actually, if you ever watch Switchblade, whereas with stuff like Frontiers and Inside, the summary and the trailer pretty much do the entire film. With Switchblade and with Martyrs, the trailer and on the back to case only focus on like the first 10 to 15 minutes of the film, meaning that they're ultimately useless. Are you trying to get my signed Saw 6 poster there? Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah, it's signed. Martyrs is great.
Well worth watching. It's probably not the best film in the world that I've seen. It's definitely one of the best films I've seen. I would probably put it in my top 20 films of all time at the moment.
I would possibly even put it higher, just because I like it and it's French.
I really like it as a film. It's
Not
really,
made by
really good.
Americans, So
They are apparently remaking it, and they're trying to get Kristen Stewart at this minute. But
if they remake it, it'll be terrible, and I will hate it forever.
yeah, I'll
I
be
will
angry if
personally-
they
I will
do.
personally track down the men who make it, and do something very unpleasant to them.
But yeah, I'd say it's well worth watching. It's great fun, and yeah, if I were to compare it to doing things, I'd compare it to walking in the woods by yourself at night while chasing badgers, but then the badgers turn bad and call the foxes, and then the foxes attack you, but then they join forces with you and you fight the badgers and then you have fun, but the badgers don't get hurt because that would be bad if they did, and you all have a picnic.
You just turned Animals of Farthing Wood into a Godfather rip-off.
Yeah.
These girls aren't happy about Martyrs. I am.
I am too, and so are the foxes and the badgers, and I'll tell them that we did this review when we have the picnic in the woods.
Also, the Asian one is hot in a slightly scary way. She's really hot, but she is scary.
I think that what we should do is have a picnic with badgers and foxes while watching Martyrs. They'll enjoy that.
I was still talking about them. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the end of our review. Goodbye.